Hi there, welcome back to 5 Minute Art School. I am recording this live in Moab, Utah, outside the gates of Arches National Park. My wife and I decided to make a little New Year's Day trip of it. It's been amazing. I highly recommend it. Off the charts. So today we're going to talk about the power of toned paper. Brown paper, gray paper, even blue paper has been used through our history. And when you see it, you probably have noticed, in addition to a black line or a brown line chalk, that there's also white highlights. Why is that important? Why is that useful to us in our painting? I will show you how Tintoretto uses this and how I had that epiphany in my life, because I just didn't understand, but I want you to understand. So, brown paper, I have a quick little sketch here that I did. Very simple, basic cylinder, right? And I already have a darker outline. Nothing fancy. It has some form to it, right? Very sketchy, very light and loose. But when I add a little bit of white on here, suddenly that form really starts to take shape, doesn't it? This is kind of a 3/4 angle. Now suddenly it has more turning power, basically, more form to it. The reason is this. Form needs basically 3 steps to read as a good dramatic form. We have a dark, obviously we have a light, and we have this infinite degree inside. So if we were to roll out of this dark as we would with a shadow, a core line, and it gets lighter and lighter and lighter. Same thing with the highlight. It's not totally white. Notice the vast majority of this space is just flat tone paper. That means that the work that I do to model a form is less. In other words, I can be more efficient when I use toned paper the way that it's designed to. Here's some sketches from the same sketchbook. Inspiration I've taken from Ribera and Anthony Van Dyke. Notice how little white highlights totally make that form happen. Boom. Most of it is dark, right? As if I was drawing on regular white paper. But as soon as I drop in a white highlight, now all of a sudden there's a whole new additional power that comes with it. I have here a drawing by Titian, one of a handful of drawings ascribed to him, even though it's sometimes ascribed to Giorgione. A lot of form happening in these trees, and I intentionally chose the white blank paper with that black line on it to show you what a lot of times our sketchbook looks like. This is great too. I like the tone paper because the efficiency of drawing those black lines but then adding that white line for a highlight, boy, just makes it sing to me. Now imagine your tone paper isn't brown but red. Notice the local color on the drapery here in this Tintoretto painting. Flat red shape. And then he models in darks and drops in highlights. Same with that blue drapery. Same with the flesh tone. Flat flesh tone, and then he can model in darks and lights, very similar to what I was doing with the Salvador Mundi painting that I showed yesterday. Same thing with this in the background. It's very obviously monochrome. It's almost as if that was drawn on toned paper, right? So you take a flat color, make a local area of that single color, and then model into it. And now all of a sudden, hopefully you're able to see, oh my gosh, this brown paper is the painting. And that to me was really exciting move, because now I can start to formulate ideas for paintings like this in terms of areas of local color. And then I just model that. I can make a shape of a figure and then model that. Everything in here you can dissect in the same kind of thinking as I've just showed you here. First the darks, and then the lights. Tintoretto does this very obviously if you look at his drawings, which I don't have one on hand, but he always drew on toned paper all the time. And when you understand that concept, then you start to understand why, because the drawing is really thinking ahead into the painting that he's going to be doing. I hope that is helpful. Thanks for joining me. And I will see you tomorrow, where we're going to dig into this a little bit deeper. And starting on Monday, we're going to actually have a weekly syllabus. So you'll know ahead of time what I'm going to discuss, and it's all going to lead up to a larger class on Friday. Each Friday I'll do about an hour-long demo for painting, and then we'll have a chance to interact and actually incorporate all these lessons into one big thing. Before we say goodbye, my little friend wanted to say hi. That's Kitty the rat. Okay, have a great night. See you all soon.